Hi people, today I'm gonna show you some problems that I have while I'm printing some of my models and options how to fix that. You noticed that model has some holes inside the ears and some weird things happening all over the face. So I checked my slicer software, and as you can see the model looks fine here until I checked the sliced version. Then you'll see that there are a lot of holes happening all over the model. There are some weird areas here, and even if I check my model here inside Meshmixer, which I usually do, check analysis, there will be no problems whatsoever. So nothing is visible until I try to close the whole model, make it solid, so everything what is happening inside is solid. Then I can see that there are some kind of problems. As you can see, immediately something is happening around ears, there are some kind of holes here, so that's definitely something we need to fix. Also, I've tested the online solution. NetFab is something that I'm using for most of my models, just to check everything that everything is fine. But even NetFab wasn't able to fix my problem. So the only solution is by me going back to Zbrush and fixing my problems. If we check the bottom of the head, so I'm just gonna press Ctrl Shift and Alt and check inside the head, you will see that there are two objects overlapping, and that's the issue. That's what is causing the whole problem. So to fix that, usually when you need to fix holes, you just go to geometry and then click on modify topology, and there's a close holes option right here. But in this situation, I have tried, it just doesn't work. Other solution that usually fixes this problem is by just going to geometry and clicking on Dynamesh and dynameshing the object. But I've tried that, and that also didn't work in this case. So the third option, and the option that I really like in a lot of situations, it fixed all of my problems, is this. So I'm gonna duplicate this model, and I'm gonna hide this copy, and now I'm gonna go to geometry, and I will choose this default resolution. So I'm just gonna click Dynamesh, and you'll see that my model has just lost all the details. But if we inspect the top of the head, you'll see that there are no objects overlapping, everything is fine inside. So at least we know that will fix our problem, but the problem is still that we are lacking details. We've lost all the details that we had in previous version. So right now we have 120 active points. We need to we need to add more. So we're just gonna divide the model a few times. Okay, now it has almost 2 million polygons, so I think that's gonna be just fine. We're gonna go back to subtool, and now we're gonna turn on the previous copy that we have. It's gonna look a little bit weird because two objects are now overlapping the same space, but it doesn't matter. Now we're just gonna go to project, and we're gonna click project all, and that will take our previous version and take all the details and project it on our fixed version. So now if we check, they both look more or less the same. There will be some differences that you will maybe see, but for 3D printing everything will be fine. So now we can just delete the previous version, we don't need it anymore, and we can check this model one more time, and as you can see everything is clear. So now we need to reduce this amount of polygons because we don't need that much for 3D printing. To do that, I'm gonna go to Z plugin and Decimation Master, Preprocess Current, and that will analyze the mesh, and after that we're gonna be able to reduce the amount of polygons. Now we can go and just click Decimate Current, and if you don't like the amount of polygons, you can always tweak these sliders, but I'm gonna just use the default version. And yes, it went from almost 2 million polygons to 390,000, which is really fine for 3D printing. So I'm gonna export it. Catwoman, decent version, and we're gonna check it inside the slicer. So now we have both versions here. This is the old one, this is the new one. And if you check the sliced version, you will see that old one contains all the holes, while the new one is completely fixed. There are no issues like I had here, so we're good to print this thing. So that's how I fix most of my problems inside Zbrush. I really hope you guys have learned something. If you did, please hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed already, please do that and hit the bell next to it so you can get notified whenever I'm releasing a new video. And if you have any kind of suggestions, just write me in the comments below or contact me on Twitter. And I really hope I'm gonna see you next time. Bye!